by the way, you have a Stilus implemented in this model.
Yes, if you want to kill your friend here, but we've got one.
But it's almost useless.
There's some sketching applications, and for example, if you want to click on a browser link, a very small one, and then it's maybe useful. I don't use it. It's almost, we put it in there in the beginning, and then we redesigned the entire UI to be so finger friendly that at some point it just became almost, you don't need to use it.
Maybe it's just for setting.
Well, if you think about if you think about their drawing applications or graphics, when you want to have this is very high precise screen, then you might use it. I
rarely pull mine out. Pretty rarely.
Yeah. I don't.
What's more about Ledger? Why is it change? It's forums, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's only 3 rows and not only legends, symbols.
It's essentially across our portfolio. We wanted to introduce one way of having keyboards, so people have, whenever they pick up a Nokia device with a similar form factor, they actually get the same kind of keyboard. So we are going. It's out of usability tests how much stuff you can get into this form factor. Yeah, there would have been maybe space for 4 if you move it up, but I don't think it's any religious decision. It works pretty well now like this with the form factor. And when you see, for example, between the N97 and the N97 Mini, again, we have learned something from the market. Actually, some of the keys have moved between the N97 and N97 Mini to make some of the stuff easier now when you don't have a D-pad anymore. And we have done that as well here in the N900, that we have the keys, for example, here instead of a D-pad. So.
In Russian language, there were much more legends. They don't feature this kind of keyboard.
Well, the N900 will come with different keyboard versions, and what we have said is that it will be available in selected markets in October, and if your reviews are terrible, I guess then we don't even need to try in Russia. So it depends on you. Depends on you guys. So I don't know. If you write this is all nonsense.
Does it have virtual on-screen?
Yes, you can actually open it. It's a feature you can set in settings, and then but I don't know what I haven't activated it. It's where is it? It's somewhere in the settings. It has an on key, but it's yeah, it has here the virtual keyboard. You can set it then in the settings. Where would I get that? It should then work when where should it work? In conversations, I guess. Wait, give me a second. I need to try this. What happens now when it's closed? Can I write something?
New I am. Yeah. There you go.
There it is. So this is now instant messaging. So technology-wise, design-wise, it doesn't have to have the query. So it's there as well.
It's much better. It's 97.
Okay, it's a preference thing. I'm faster like this.
Have you done any kind of research about UI? Because it's pretty intuitive, but there is a moment that requires some kind of learning, because it's not that intuitive that you need to tap outside of work zone to get back and so on.
It sounds like you have the device already for a while. Essentially, yes, we designed the user interface from scratch. So the way the internet tablets had a certain way, but we decided to go away from it and decided something from scratch. And we tried to keep it very simple. So I have now loaded it with all my content, but at the end of the day, there's 2 buttons here. So status bar, application menu, and yes, there's a few things that are not immediately logic. It's like you said, you have the desktop in the background, so tapping on the desktop and bringing it forward is one of the learning things. The second thing you need to learn is there's this one button only in the upper left corner. That's the second thing. And the third thing you need to learn that is not immediately visible is that under this title bar is only few options.
Context menu, yeah.
These 3 things, you're good to go. So I don't think it's too much to ask.
Not that much.
It's these 3 things. Once you figure them out, you're ready to go. So these are the learning curve. But we wanted to do a new user experience, and we said we don't want to copy this one. That was a clear goal here.
How quickly will you develop your Maemo product line? Will we see new device Maemo in this year, or it's a future for 2010?
We have now just brought this one on the market, and we're actually quite excited to ship it now for Christmas. So we'll see. Well, Maemo people in R&D, where I'm coming from, nobody has been fired, so I think they keep on working. So we're all there still, and we'll build something more exciting as well as we go forward. As you have heard from Anssi Vornjoki in the keynote, this is step 4 out of an evolution. So we still need to deliver step 5. So we have some work. Maybe after step 5 we can all go home. But this is already pretty exciting as it is. We'll see.
Now you have documents to go, let's say light editions. It allows to view documents but not edit. So does DataVis or other company now have in heavy development document editing application?
You would need to talk to DataVis about that. I don't know exactly what they're doing. I don't think anybody has announced yet the document editor, so we'll just need to see what happens. I know that there's several developments. There's of course DataVis that has the immediate capability. There's K-Office on Qt that of course have a natural interest to deliver their applications on this. So there's several activities, and you just need to see what we will be announcing. Currently it's the document viewers that are there, and there's at least 2 tracks already that can go developing forward. But I can't speak on their behalf. It's their business decision with this thing.
I think
nothing announced yet.